Hey guys, welcome back. It's the queen herself, Inflation Mary, the national group queen of 270, the mobile game that I'm playing today. I am the green candidate. Welcome. Hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy 270 content. Today, I'm going to be showing you how you can dominate with Inflation Mary by investing in national group bonuses. We're going to be a little bit behind the other players as far as state group bonuses are concerned. But let's start off. First, in Big Conservative, we chose a Donald Trump vice presidential candidate, which will give us a boost in the Big Conservative, the Evangelical, and the gun lobby groups. It looks like that Michelle Obama did not spend, and we had Jeb Bush going in the Old South, and Joe Biden doing his own thing in California. So we're going to continue the first couple turns like a robot, going up in each group, expanding into the next group. We're going to go from Big Conservative to Evangelical to Gun Lobby and Youth Vote at the same time, finally over to Women's Movement, and then to Labor and Environment. That's quite a few turns, and we're at the mercy of the other players to see if they're going to take all of the big four states of Texas, California, New York, and Florida, and where we fit in. Of course, there's a clash in Arizona, and that's good. Every clash is money that they're wasting, and it just compounds our advantage later on in the game. Florida goes to Michelle Obama, and it looks like Jeb Bush is going up to the 4th PIP in Georgia, expanding into Louisiana, and going after the Old South bonus. He is going up to the 4th PIP also in North Carolina, so he's probably going to go after swing states, predominantly over the Old South bonus. And Joe Biden is spending just $150,000 in the state of New York. So here is our Evangelical and our gun lobby. As we complete this turn, we're also going to get into Youth Vote. We are saving $32,500, which of course will roll over to the next turn. More spinning in Arizona as Jeb Bush goes up to the 7th PIP. Joe Biden spends exactly $400,000 all in California, and Michelle Obama is going to advance to the 3rd PIP in the state of Florida. Right now, I'm feeling pretty good. Joe Biden is going to have to be dealt with either by myself or somebody else if we are going to not let him run away with it. If he's able to get Texas with Florida, Texas with New York and California, those 3 states would give him a huge amount of bonuses. And even though we're getting more pure cash, those state groups should be enough to withhold those big states. So hopefully the other players expand. Michelle Obama does have Pennsylvania and Michigan, so she could get the manufacturing bonus if she goes into Texas. She also could go to California, where she could use those same 2 states to possibly go after the high-tech bonus. Michelle also has an African-American bonus, so go after New York makes a whole lot of sense. So look for Michelle and Biden to really conflict with each other. And then, of course, you have Jeb in the Old South, who might pivot over to Florida. So maybe those 3 can kind of sneak by. And I can't believe it's turn number 5 and nobody has entered into Texas yet. So we are going to delay going up in Labor and Environment. And we're just going to see if we can sneak Texas. Even if we clash, that is okay at this point. It wouldn't be the best thing, obviously. And the worst thing would be is if Joe Biden did spend $400,000 here in Texas. We probably would be forced to go up to the 4th PIP if we had enough cash. But let's see what happens here. We do get Texas uncontested. There's the Women's Movement. And now Joe Biden unlocks the high-tech bonus. So now we can go up to the 2nd PIP. Going up to the 3rd PIP would not do us any good on turn number 6 because we don't have anything else to spend it on. Instead of saving $27,500, we're going to put 1 PIP into Virginia, which probably will be locked by Jeb, and that will give us access to Virginia later on in the game if Jeb is eliminated. On the next turn, we're going to use Texas as a base and going to expand in the oil and gas states as well as the manufacturing. Now, a lot of Inflation Mary's bonuses are in national groups, so her penalties are really, really, really heavy in all the state groups. And so I can't really rely on manufacturing or oil to hold Texas. It's more of a way to expand and get into more of the big states. Turn 6, I'm going to go ahead and just skip. We did clash with Michelle Obama in Virginia. And look at all of that dark red. Jeb Bush is making his presence known in the Old South. There is not a whole lot of purple, but we are going to contest Michelle Obama in Florida, as well as go up in the oil and gas like I wanted to. And then looking at the manufacturing, we have Illinois, Ohio, and then we're going to also go up into Indiana and Kentucky, just in case one of Illinois or Ohio is also contested. I'm going to stay out of Tennessee for now. And if I look at Biden, he's going into export with Washington and Oregon. He's going to need a few more states. He's also now facing pressure in California from Michelle. Let's go ahead and skip the rest of this turn. There is a clash in Georgia between Michelle and Jeb Bush. In 38 seconds, we have a clean entry into the oil and gas. Oklahoma, West Virginia, Colorado, New Mexico will give me the oil and gas bonus. And then Indiana and Kentucky, as well as one more state. We don't want to go after Michigan or Illinois in case our opponents go for like an all-in move. So we're going to go up in Ohio. I do not see Joe Biden going up in Ohio on this turn. So that seems like a pretty safe bet. And then expanding more in manufacturing. So now it's safe to go in Tennessee, North Carolina before it gets locked off by Jeb. And then we're already in Pennsylvania and Michigan. We'll have to get into Wisconsin soon, but that's okay. Expanding into the oil and gas will give us more EVs. Also manufacturing, we can pick our spots if we think there's a good state to choose to swipe from a specific player. Swing states is lost from Michelle as Pennsylvania goes from purple to blue. Joe Biden steals those 19 electoral votes. Let's go up with our manufacturing bonus in Tennessee to the third pip. We still have $61,000 of oil. Let's just dump that into the Dakotas, Wyoming, and Alaska. And then we are going to save the rest, which is $637,000 of pure cash. Hopefully we can put that into a big state like a California or New York. We always could go for a Florida steal and go for the agriculture bonus. But right now that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We would not get Latino. There's a decent chance that Michelle Obama is going to be the first player eliminated, and we might inherit Florida anyway without having to go after her. So right now she's only at 61 EVs, followed by the next lowest, which is Jeb Bush at 114. And then Biden with 140. And we are at 125, although we are not facing a whole lot of pressure. And we can pretty much double pip the open states if we wanted to. Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona are all sealed by Jeb. And so if I did the math, in addition to Louisiana, that would be less than the 100 EVs needed to force a ballot. So even though I'm going to enter into Iowa and then the town and gown states of Minnesota and Missouri, then I'm going to leave the other ones open so we can save $860,000 plus $34,000 of bonus funds in manufacturing, plus all the national group bonuses coming in again on turn number 11. We are going to have access to New York, access to California, access to Florida. We're pretty much going to have access to whatever state combinations we want. And no one is really doing anything to stop us. We are clashing in a couple states like Wisconsin and Minnesota. However, we have $146,000 of pure cash. That's enough to go up 7 pips in either California or even more in New York. But I'm still going to be patient. I'm going to swipe Illinois from Biden because that will pretty much ensure I keep manufacturing the rest of the game. It's also, less likely to be conflicted. I know I can steal California and New York later if I need to. But yeah, oil and gas, I could have spent that in South Dakota. I'll get that next turn. In Illinois, flip is successful, which is what I was waiting to see. We're up to 154 EVs. Biden loses a bonus. And there goes Michelle Obama with the forfeit. A lot of blue and red, but the green is coming for you. We have 26 seconds to spend, $1.74 million. I have pretty much access to everything. We're going to double pip Connecticut, Rhode Island, 1 pip Kansas and Nebraska. We are going to enter into Wisconsin again. Florida will go up to the 3rd pip, double pip Utah, and we did not go into Hawaii or Minnesota. We still have our oil and gas money, which I could have defended Colorado or New Mexico, but I was not at risk losing the bonus. We did gain 62 electorals up to 216. And I think it's about time to put Biden out of his misery. We are going to double pip Minnesota, go up in Missouri, in Idaho, and we're going for all-out steals in New Jersey, New York, California, and then if we can decrease New Jersey, we can also go after Wisconsin. We're going to save $6,000. We'll have access to attack Biden in Oregon, Washington, Nebraska, Kansas on the next turn. Jeb has a bunch of Old South money, and he continues to defend in that region, so I really have no reason to attack him. If I don't get to 270 on this ballot, then I'll surely have enough money to get Pennsylvania and go after him in North Carolina and Virginia if it's red who gets eliminated. But with Jeb zero spending and us going all in for Biden, Biden spends $1.03 million. We spend $2 million. He loses 59 EVs, including his high-tech bonus. There's Latino. Here is a ballot round. We have 100 EVs locked in. We have every state entered into. We're going to go 2 pips past Biden in as many states as possible in case he 1 pips everywhere. I don't see that being the case, but just to be safe, and I have the money. I'm going to use my Latino money in Nevada. I also can finish off New Jersey. And then Biden is also in Wisconsin. I'll finish that off. I have oil and gas money I could use in Colorado potentially. Can I use it anywhere else? I'll just go ahead and end my turn. Didn't want to have a zero spin due to timing. And we're already at 285 EVs anyway. With us taking over almost all of his states, this should be the end of the game. However, Jeb Bush is like, not today. I'm going to steal your Connecticut and the 7 EVs that go with the high-tech state. Iowa and the 6 electorals end up going to Inflation Mary, as well as Kansas, the sunflower state. Massachusetts is going to go red to Jeb Bush, and Minnesota is green. We've got Biden spending his money somewhere, but we don't know where. Hasn't shown any of his $245,000 of spending. It's not in New Jersey. Maybe it's in Washington or Wisconsin. Oregon flips green. Jeb Bush going after me, but they're small electorals. He's only up to 162. There goes Utah with a lock. The 6 electorals go to Jeb. And it must be not Washington. It's got to be Wisconsin, which we did lock. So we're going to hold on to that. That's 310 electorals. That's the game. We're over 270. And it was very easy, very low stress for that multiplayer. Just a different way to play when you have all of those national groups. You can really be a pain in your opponent's side. And in this case, Joe Biden 2020, Jeb Bush, and Michelle Obama could not stand up to Inflation Mary and her national groups. She remains the national group queen, and I will continue to play with her in the lobby. Hope to see you guys there. Again, thank you for all of your support. Like this video, subscribe if you like 270 content, and until next time, this is Brendan Borman. Goodbye.